I was going to start by saying I have a beer in my hand, but I don't. I'm trying to cut that off. So this is the first week, no beer. I'm empty-handed.
You're a whole new man. We might as well start calling you John Pascal, if you know what I mean.
Yes. All right. We'll get past that, and we'll go not the best weekend of fights, but there were some fights, if you'd call them that. We'll start.
There were events.
There was a Sakai versus Rose's Strike event.
Most of the card was a hard pass for me. I watched a bit of it because I had nothing to do on Saturday night, but it is what it is. Where do you want to start on that?
I'm just going to talk about the pawns, the co-main, and
yeah, that's good. Okay, so
I didn't watch it.
Huh?
I didn't watch it live, but I watched it like 2 hours after it happened. Well, yeah, right before bed. So what a fight!
Man, I don't know how Pons bounced back after that first round. He was getting mangled in the first round.
Yeah, it's big things now for him. I'm happy. I don't know. I'd really like a rematch with Sheila Lang.
Is he lined up with anybody right now?
No.
Do you think Pons should be ranked top 15 now or what?
Yes.
It's tough, man. I don't know. Like he's won 8 of 9 now, right, or something. Like he should be ranked top 15. That's tough.
Yeah, he should. We'll find out Tuesday, but should Sheila Lang or?
Yeah. I mean, I'd have to look at the top 15, but to knock him out like that, yeah, I think he has to. If you're gonna rank Pons, you got to rank Li Jiliang.
And it's weird. It's a weird situation though because you don't know. Like, was he just like his chin held up in this next fight? Was he just like?
Do you think Baeza is like a soft-handed pillow puncher, or is it he just was one of the fluky knockouts, or does Lee hit like a truck? What is it?
I think it's a little bit of the layoff, and Lee hits like a truck. But I think Pons could usually take a shot. So that was to get knocked out cold. That was different. So I don't know. I'm just so happy to see him back.
Yeah, honestly, I was impressed with Baeza as well. He needs a little bit of conditioning work. His boxing is a bit suspect. He's got good kickboxing, but his hands need work. Once Pons got on the inside, he just damaged him with that jab and landed the overhand right was there for him. I think if he works on his hands and conditioning, that guy could be a problem. He's only 28.
Yeah, he's young. He's young, and he's had some good wins. Matt Brown.
Yeah.
So he'll bounce back. What was the co-main? Walt Harris versus Marcin Tybura. What did you see?
I basically saw Franklin the Turtle taking on this Polish predator, Marcin Tybura. We keep saying they're trying to get Walt a win because of everything that's going on in this man's life. And they fed him Alistair Overeem, Volkov, Marcin Tybura in back-to-back, not very long breaks in between. This dude, the thing is, Walt Harris always looks good in the first round. He almost knocked out Marcin in the first round. But Marcin weathered the storm, got him to the ground like he did Greg Hardy, and mangled him. Once you get Walt Harris to the ground, he's literally like a turtle on his back.
Yeah, it's horrible. And he gasses out anyway. So, I don't know. I'd like to see him fight the loser of the Tai Tuivasa Greg Hardy fight.
Honestly, I think he needs to be cut. I'm going to be straight. Like, I mean, he's not going to get cut because of everything's going on. And he was a top 10 guy coming into this fight. But he's not improving. He's the same dude, and he's just getting older. He's just doing the same thing over and over and over. I think he has to leave.
It's just like that. Off to Bellator you go.
He'd be a good addition to the Bellator championship. Him and Czech Congo would be a good fight.
Yeah, that'd be a good fight. So there's some interesting things there. In the main event, Rosenstrike knocks out Sakai.
Again, though, like Rosenstrike, we're seeing the same thing over and over. You cannot go forward. You refuse to go forward, and off your back foot, you don't do well. Then at the end of the round, he pushes forward. Guess what happens? He knocks Sakai out. Why are these guys not improving? Why aren't they seeing these holes? We see them. Mm-hmm. Where's the coaches? Why are the coaches not correcting these things?
I'm not impressed with the Rosenstrike still. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not excited to see him fight again.
It's like he knocks dudes out cold, but they're not exciting fights. It's just, I've never seen anything like this before.
He's such a boring personality, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, his English isn't his first language. That's not really. It's kind of tough.
That's true.
But are you not getting Deontay Wilder vibes here, where it's like you get him on his back foot, he can't do anything coming forward. he looks horrible an entire fight, and he touches you once and it's over. Like, it's just very strange.
Yeah, it's a weird situation. I don't know what you do next with him.
And the shot didn't look very solid that it landed. It was almost like it's kind of like touched the side of his head. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, weird situation for sure.
But the highlight of the UFC card for me was that he finally addressed the fact that he's not 6'4". So I've been calling this for a year and a half. So thank you, Rosenstrike, for vindicating me. I appreciate it.
6'2".
6'2", exactly. We're about the same height. Okay. Moving on to the biggest fight of the weekend. We had the Mayweather versus Paul card. Did you catch any of the card?
I watched the Paul card. I turned it on after like the 4th round, so I caught half of it. I was watching Instagram slides of the fight at the beginning, and I just decided to turn it on. But it's funny because I said I was the one going to watch it, and you said you were going to pass on, and I ended up not watching it. But we're going to talk about the Jarrett Hurd fight. Is that what we want to talk about?
Yeah, well, I want to talk about Chad Johnson real quick, or Ocho Cinco. Did you catch any of the highlights for Chad Johnson's boxing debut, 4-round exhibition?
Is that where the guy got knocked down and he like jumped up and I seen that.
So the first 3 rounds I gave Chad 1 and 3 for sure. The second one was hard to score. You probably would lean towards Chad, but it was a close round. And then the 4th round, Brian Maxwell had knocked him down with a sloppy, like all-arm overhead shot. And Chad goes down, tries to get some fist bump him after, which is the weirdest thing I've ever seen. So that's a 10-8 round for Brian Maxwell. So it was a close fight. Chad probably edged it on points, but I don't know. I don't care to see Chad Johnson fight again. It was tough.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was kind of funny, so it's entertaining.
Yeah, for sure. Then we had Jarrett Hurd making his middleweight debut, taking on honestly, I forgot who Luis Arias was. I went full casual last week when I saw him into the ring. Oh, that's a tough dude. He gave Daniel Jacobs a tough fight. Luis Arias is a good fight, so that was a real challenge. And did you watch any of that fight?
No, but I heard it was really close.
Very back and forth. I think I gave it 8 rounds to 4 or 9 rounds to 3 or something like that. It was a 10-round fight. 6 rounds to 4 for Luis Arias. They scored a knockdown against Arias that shouldn't have been a knockdown, so I only gave that a 10-9 round for Hurd because Hurd got beat up badly in the round. It was one of Arias' best rounds. Mm-hmm. And the knockdown shouldn't have scored, so I gave it 10-9 for Hurd instead of the 10-8. But, it was a good fight. The right guy won. It's tough, though, because we're huge fans of Jarrett Hurd, and just we want to see him get that win back and maybe fight for a title at 154.
Yeah, it sucks. He's one of my favorite boxers right now, and I don't know, maybe go back down. What do you do with him?
Oh, he was only going at 160 this fight because he was coming down from like 210. He couldn't make the 154 limit. His next fight, he said, was going to be at 54 regardless, so he'll be going back down, yes.
Okay, so do you think his stock dropped a lot?
Yeah, definitely, because he lost to a guy that was coming. Arias is a middleweight, but Arias was trying to move down to 154 because he thinks he's a small middleweight, which you saw in the ring. He was tiny compared to Jarrett Hurd. I think you see Arias gets a big fight at 154, and you might see Jarrett Hurd fight Julian Williams because they're both coming off losses now, and that was Hurd's last loss was J. Rock Williams.
Match at 154.
Yeah, the rematch at 154. Yes.
So what if Arias and Hurd rematched?
Oh yeah, they discussed that in the post fight. I would be game for it. It was a great fight. I would love to see it again. Make it 12 rounds though.
For sure.
Yeah.
Boxing, you could throw an interim title on that.
I don't want it. No, man, no.
So.
Then in the co-main event, Badu Jack did the job on a guy next. We're just going to touch on that. And then Floyd Mayweather versus Logan Paul came around. Talk to me about it.
There was a lot of hugging.
Yeah, but Floyd honestly held his own on the clinch. I was surprised.
Yeah, Logan Paul's a lot bigger than him than I thought. Huge.
Yeah, and his gas tank was bad, but he pushed through. Like, I was surprised by that.
Did you think that in the first, when he got the barrage in the first round, that Floyd was in trouble at all?
No, not in trouble, but I think it surprised Floyd. I'm
hitting him though.
So sorry?
That is a big man hitting him, and I'm like, hey, he could get hit right now.
Yeah, but none of them landed clean. It was all in the arms.
Yeah, I don't even think they counted any of those shots.
No, but I think it surprised Floyd. I don't think Floyd expected it. Like when you're fighting a guy that isn't a good boxer or isn't a boxer, and he throws all these random looping like shots from weird angles you wouldn't expect. Floyd is like prepared to defend shots that he's used to seeing, like counter shots, a jab, a left hook. Like all he could do there was shell up because he didn't know what was coming. So he just tried to cover up and do the best he could, and he avoided most of the damage. But it might have won the round for Logan, but I gave it to Floyd. But I wouldn't be upset with giving that round to Logan.
How many rounds did you give Floyd?
7.
Okay, then that's the fight. There you go, guys.
But does Logan get a little bit of a feather in the cap, a kind of a win, sort of say, just for going the distance with Floyd?
Well, it doesn't fucking help YouTube boxing carrying on in this situation, so it definitely helped it.
Yeah. People are saying that Logan did better than Conor. I mean, yes, of course he did. He finished the fight. It was only 8 rounds, though. But after the 8th round, Logan looked fresher than Conor did. I'll give him that. But the thing is, Floyd's 4 years older. Conor is a lot smaller, so the Conor leaning on Floyd isn't the same as Logan leaning on Floyd. And Logan, and the Conor fight was a real fight. It was going on Floyd's record. Floyd was taking that one seriously. He didn't really look like he was in the best shape of his life for this one.
He looked in good shape for 44, but I don't think he cared too much about this fight as much as people think he did.
Yeah. So, but Father Time has definitely caught up to Floyd. He didn't look like that. Even the Floyd of 4 years ago, the Floyd that fought Conor would destroy this Floyd. He just looked a little bit slower.
Yeah, I would not want to see Floyd fight Manny Pacquiao right now.
No. I mean, we'll know more in a month or so when Manny fights Spence, but I would bet a lot of money on Manny to get him out of there.
Oh, for sure, 100%.
Yeah.
Do we talk about boxing though?
One more thing. Do we see Floyd back in the ring ever again?
Against Jake Paul.
I think it depends on the Woodley fight goes. It could be. Yeah, that's a good possibility.
I think
and PFL and Bellator back means we got a full weekend of fights. Beautiful. Okay, PFL 4 takes place this Thursday. Wait, is it? Yeah. Okay, so you got, where are we at? Clay Collard taking on Lutterback. I'm not familiar with Lutterback, but Clay Collard had an upset victory over Anthony Pettis in his last fight.
Should get the win.
Yeah. Nathan Schultz is taking on Monfio. Nathan Schultz is the lightweight champion who had a actually upset loss against that Polish guy, Marcin Held. Marcin Held in his first fight in this season, but I'm not familiar with Manfio. But Nathan Schultz is a warrior, so I'm excited to watch him fight again.
Yeah. Lance Palmer fights.
Yep, Lance Palmer, the featherweight champion, is looking to get back in the winning race, taking on Stern. Are you familiar with Stern?
No.
This is a solid card, though, man. Marcin Held is taking on Aubin Mercier, a Canadian.
Keep it going.
Then on the top of the card, we have Bubba Jenkins taking on Moffitt. Again, I'm not familiar with Moffitt, but Bubba Jenkins is an animal. He beat Lance. Yeah. And then in the co-main event, Showtime Pettis taking on Martinez. Are you familiar with Martinez?
I'm not familiar with Martinez, and I think this is a good fight for Pettis to bounce back. If he loses, what's next?
Retirement. If he goes 0-2 in the PFL, he'll retire for sure.
Yeah, he'll have to. I mean, he has his own promotion thing going on. It's sad. He's a win or lose kind of situation.
The thing is, he showed flashes of vintage Showtime against Clay Collard. Yeah, like there was flashes in the third round for sure. He almost stopped him a couple times, but it's too few and far between. It was like in this past Floyd fight, I saw moments where I was like, wow, that's vintage Floyd. Check left hook, followed by a right hand. Beautiful. That's vintage Floyd. But it just wasn't, the consistency isn't there anymore. And Showtime's only 33 years old, man. It's like, what happened?
Yeah, he fell off hard. It's sad.
Then in the main event, we have one of the hottest prospects in MMA, the GWOAT, Clarissa Shields, taking on the Combat Hour alum, Miss Brittany Elkins.
Man, I can't wait for this fight. You can't really make a prediction for this fight because we just don't know. But I got Brittany Elkins by second round TKO.
Dude, Clarissa looks a lot bigger, man.
I don't know. I just think like she's going to be lost on the ground.
100%. But I don't. Elkin's 3-6, man. Like, I think
all Elkins has to do though is get her down.
I understand. But has Elkin been knocked out before?
Yes, I think by Kayla Harrison.
On the feet?
I don't know about on the feet. I think it was on the ground.
If it's on the feet, that's a problem because I mean I don't know. I have a hard time seeing her being able to close distance. I'm polling for Elkin. She's a good friend of the show. She's always talking to us and whatnot, and she's gonna come back on. But wow, you are something else. But I just have a feeling, huh?
Talking about you.
No, but I have a feeling that Clarissa is just getting fed a lamb for slaughter, and I think she's gonna get it done.
I'm going with my heart, not my head.
Yeah, I'm gonna be betting on this fight, a big parlay. So she'll be part of it. I'm gonna put money on Clarissa.
There you go. And then you got in the main event, we got Rory Mcdonald versus Clarissa Tebow.
No, the main event is the Clarissa.
Is it?
Yeah.
She's supposed to be the co-main.
Oh, it's not showing up on here on their website.
Oh, weird. Well, that might have been changed, but we might be wrong. So I don't know. I think it is Rory Mcdonald versus Clarissa Tebow. So make a prediction.
I hope you're right, man. I want to see Rory back. He looked amazing in his last fight. I would say Rory first round submission.
Yeah, I think you destroyed Clarissa Tebow. There's levels to this game. So first round submission would be right.
So you have submission as well?
Yes.
So 10 years from now, when you and I are looking back on Rory's resume, does Gleason Tebow matter? Is that a win that you think means anything?
It's okay. I mean, he's the guy who beat Khabib.
Oh, hot take.
But he's also the steroid user like crazy. So I don't know. He's an okay win. He's an okay win. But I'm pretty sure this is the main event this weekend, or it's either next weekend. Whatever. It's happening. So we go into Bellator this weekend. Is there a good Bellator card?
Yeah. Hold on. I just want to ask you a question before we move on to that. What do John Pascal, Gleason Tebow, and Brady Wolf all have in common? Can you answer that for me?
You're hilarious.
Okay, we're going to roll on with that. We got...
mild shit.
We got Nick Newell is making his Bellator return, taking on Bobby King. Not familiar with Bobby King. You got anything to say?
Want to know an interesting fact?
What's that?
There's only 3 hands in that fight. Next.
Oh, no. Oh, that's bad. I mean, there's not much on. Aaron Pico is taking on Aiden Lee. Not familiar with Aiden Lee.
Another knockout for Aaron Pico.
What if he gets upset again?
That'd be horrible. Brandon Schaub would be going crazy.
Paul Daley's taking on Jason Jackson? What?
Jason Jackson's going to destroy him.
Dude, I didn't know that was on. No, I got Paul Daley by knockout.
What? Jason Jackson's a prospect.
It's at 175, though. It's not at 170.
Yeah, and Jason Jackson's a bigger man.
Yeah, I guess. But, Paul Daley, once he weathers that storm like he did in his last fight, man, he's going to put some hands on Jackson. I think that Jackson's definitely the better all-around fighter, but Paul Daley's got a decent takedown defense and he's got heavy hands. I'm taking Paul.
I got Jason Jackson, unanimous decision.
Might put money. Yeah, I might as well. I got Paul second round knockout. Okay, main event, my boy, Douglas, the Phenom Lima, taking on Yaroslav Amosov, who's 25-0, I believe.
He's going to get destroyed.
How is Amosov beat him?
I just think unanimous decision. Everything. He'll he'll outdo Lima everywhere. I just don't think Lima is the same fighter anymore.
Because he lost to Gegard Mousasi?
Who's a bum. I'm just kidding. I don't know. I just have a feeling that Lima's going to get Kamaru Usman to Woodley fight.
Yeah, I got Lima by domination. I'm going to say unanimous decision. Lima, pretty handily.
All right, we'll talk about that one next week when your boy gets destroyed again, 2 in a row.
Yeah. When he smacked,
if the guy becomes 26-0, that's got to be talked about, like Khabib.
Oh, for sure, especially coming off of wins over Logan Storley, who was undefeated, and then Douglas Lima. That's insane.
Oh, it's about to happen.
If Lima wins this fight though, he's basically just the division's dead. Like he has to come to the UFC after that.
Well, you can fight him and Paul Daley.
MVP.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, running over to the UFC 263, UFC 263 pay-per-view. Anything on the prelims that is interesting you there, Brady?
Lauren Murphy's fighting, right?
Alexis Davis is fighting.
Yeah.
Chase Hooper is taking on Steven Peterson. I'm not sure who Steven Peterson is, but anytime Chase Hooper fights, I'm picking against him because he looks terrible and he's not a good fighter.
Even Peterson is coming off a crazy stand-up knockout. Like, this guy hits hard.
Yeah, it's done. Chase is dead.
I got Steven Peterson by knockout. Look at his knockout. It was insane.
Okay. Opening the fight, we have Carlos Felipe taking on Jake Collier. Carlos Felipe throws hands.
That's your boy.
No. Justin Tafa's my boy. Don't get it twisted. Do you know who Mosver Evloev is?
No.
He's 14-0 featherweight, taking on Hakeem Dawayo, 12-1.
Interesting. I like Hakeem though.
14-0, 12-1 though. I'm interested in that fight. Yeah, that's a big fight.
Yeah. Can't make prediction, but probably Hakeem.
I'll definitely be tuning in. Hakeem's Canadian, right?
Yeah.
Of course, I'm running with him. Lauren
Murphy.
Yes, good friend of the show, Lauren Murphy. When are you going to have her back on?
I'll ask her after if she wins this fight. I'm not going to ask her if not, because I feel like, I don't know. Yeah. You don't want to ask someone who comes off a loss.
Yeah. So when she beats Joanne Calderwood this weekend, it's got to be title shot. Has to be.
I don't see a way that Joanne could win this fight.
No.
Like, what is she going to do? She's not strong enough. She's not going to submit Lauren Murphy. Like, that's the only way she could beat her. By her striking is so sloppy. I don't know. I think Lauren Murphy just outstrikes her for a decision.
I think Lauren Murphy's got the better technical striking, and she hits way harder, and she's just hard to take down. She's huge and strong for that division. It all comes down to, does Lauren Murphy get old overnight? Because she's 38 now?
37.
Yeah, so if she gets old overnight, then it could be JoJo's night. But if not, if it's the Lauren Murphy we've seen on this tear, this 3 or 4 fight winning streak, she should run over.
Yeah, I got her by, actually not decision. I got her by taking her down in second round, ground and pound.
I'm going to say decision, Lauren Murphy, unanimous.
All right.
Okay. Light heavyweight rematch. Eric Anders taking on Darren Stewart. Last one ended with an illegal knee by Eric Anders, and he was dominating that fight. I'm going to stick with my original pick. I took Darren Stewart, even though he was getting destroyed. I'm going to stick with Darren Stewart in the rematch.
I got Darren Stewart by unanimous decision. I think he's going to weather the storm this time without the accidental crap, and you'll get a unanimous decision. But Eric Anders will win the first round.
Yeah, definitely. Drew Dober versus Brad Riddell. This is a terrible fight for Dober, in my opinion.
Dober is overrated, in my opinion.
He's 23-10.
Yeah, but he's ranked 15.
Yeah, not after Saturday.
Not after Saturday, absolutely not. I think he gets destroyed, unanimous decision.
The problem here is Drew Dober is a heavy-handed boxer, and Brad Riddell's is a very technical kickboxer who's very powerful as well. So it's just...
It's another turtle off his back, though.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, main card, we got Paul Craig taking on Jamal Hill. That's a good fight.
Jamal Hill should run over him.
I'm taking Paul Craig by submission.
Really?
Yeah.
Upset?
Is it an upset, you think?
Kinda. I'd say so.
Yeah, I guess Hill's undefeated. But Paul Craig...
that fight.
Yeah, definitely. I'll look into that. But Paul Craig's looked good lately, though.
Yeah, against Shogun.
Yeah.
Against Shogun.
Okay. The old Brazilian Damian Maia is taking on Bilal Muhammad. Bilal should lose this, I think. I think Damian should submit him.
Damian Maia should take him down. I was not impressed with Bilal's last performance. I mean, I know he got poked, but he was getting dominated by Leon Edwards. That being said, he was fighting Leon Edwards, who's like one of the best welterweights ever. But yeah, Bilal Muhammad should get submitted probably, honestly, the first or second round. Yeah.
The thing is, Bilal is a wrestler, and his striking is, he presses hard, but he isn't very skilled on the feet. So he might have a little advantage because Damian's not a great striker either, but once they get close, Damien's just going to sweep him and take him down and choke him up.
Exactly. And now it's one of those things as Damien might have done, though, if he loses, right?
Oh, I think win or lose, I think this is his last fight, I'm pretty sure.
Sad. It's crazy. That's 2021 and he's fighting.
And he's ranked.
It's insane.
I love Damian Maia, though. He's a legend.
Legend.
Leon Edwards is taking on Nate Diaz. Let's go, baby. Stockton, baby. You know what it is.
I feel bad for Nate.
Hey, if he wins this, he gets a title shot. Don't feel bad for him.
If he wins, but it's a big if.
It's a big if.
Leon Edwards is like the worst stylistically for a stand-up striker against someone like Nate Diaz.
It's terrible. It's terrible. Leon's a southpaw, I believe, right?
He's just going to move around. Nate's going to chase him and move around. But here, it's not like a fight where Nate's fighting Conor McGregor and Conor gets tired. Leon's not going to get tired after hitting him after 5 rounds. Do you know what I mean? Conor got tired. That's where Nate started to tee off on Conor. Let's say it's another 5-round fight. I don't know. Leon's going to head kick him, and it's going to be stopped 3rd round.
Yeah, the problem here is when you look at Conor versus Nate, yeah, it was striker versus striker, but Nate was coming up from 145. Sorry, I mean, Conor was coming from 145. Nate had a huge size advantage. He doesn't have that advantage against Leon. Leon's going to be able to take what Nate has and just give it back to him. He's faster. He's stronger. I think he's got sharper shots. He's probably not the better technical boxer, but it's pretty close, and he's a lot faster. So that goes a long way. I think Leon by TKO 3 or 4, but I'm rolling with Stockton, baby, all day. All day I'm taking Stockton.
I think that Leon head kicks him and knocks him out Josh Thompson style.
Bro, I'm going to be – if Nate loses, I'm going to be mad. I'm just telling you right now.
But in the past, we've had Nate Diaz come on and beat Anthony Pettis randomly that we all thought he was going to lose too, so.
No, I told you he was going to beat Anthony Pettis, so don't be coming in here like that.
But he is fighting his first true welterweight.
Yes.
Even Masvidal is a small welterweight.
Yeah. They're really both lightweights that just don't want to cut weight anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Davison Figarito is taking on Brandon Moreno in the rematch. Honestly, dude, I know you love your boy Moreno. Davison's going to slaughter him this time. Yeah,
I got Davison by knockout 1st round.
Yeah, first or 2nd round. It's not going long. Moreno did great. He had like the best performance of his life, but
it's a problem. He had his best performance, and a lot of times people can't beat their past performances. We've seen in the past what happens in rematches. In this case, he might do us out wrongly. He's a tough son of a bitch. He's a Mexican. It's in their blood. But Figarito is so much bigger, and it had effect in the first fight. He would have won the decision if it wasn't for the point deduction. And you're going to get a knockout 1st round.
Here's the thing. Brandon Moreno is the best flyweight in the world. He's just fighting a bantamweight that refuses to fight a bantamweight. That's the problem.
Yeah, it's crazy. Figarito should be at bantamweight.
It's not. It's nuts. Like I don't know how he makes weight. When he's standing on the scale, it's like his skin is like leather. Like it doesn't look real.
Should he be? Is it possible that he loses? Does he make weight this weekend?
No, he made weight on that short notice fight back in December when we both thought he wasn't going to make it. I think he makes it this time, but he's getting older. He's like 33, 34. It's not going to get any easier for him.
Yeah, man. Know what fight always intrigues me now? Figarito versus Moraes.
Oh,
man, what a fight! Moraes would kill him though.
That's tough. The 1st round would be tough for Moraes. After the 1st round, I would take Moraes.
I don't know. I love Moraes. So,
main event. Is it bad that I'm not very excited for this rematch? Israel Adesanya versus Marvin Vettori.
Hold on a second. No, we're not talking about Marlon Moraes.
No, Adriano Moraes.
There you go. For the casuals out there.
Yeah, but I'm not excited for this rematch. I don't see anywhere that Marvin can win this fight. I don't see it.
Oh, man, I got Marvin by decision.
Dude, he will not be able to take him down. He won't.
You don't think so?
No, I think Izzy's takedown defenses have gone amazing. Yes, he got taken down by Jan, but that was after he was getting outboxed by Jan. People forget that. Jan's jab was looking amazing. And then the size difference was just too much. Marvin isn't that size. He's a big middleweight, but he's not as big as Blachowicz.
That's true. I don't know. I'll stick to my guns, and I can't say. I don't know. I just feel there's an upset coming.
Somewhere on this card, yeah, between Nate, Moreno, or Izzy, I don't think they're all going to be the favorites winning.
Yeah, but it wouldn't surprise me. I just think that Marvin was going to have his way with it. He has a game plan to take him down. I think he will be able to take him down. I just think he will. But I've been playing Marvin for a while.
I got Izzy by second round head kick knockout.
I would like to see it. I don't know. I wouldn't want to see Izzy go 2-0 or 0-2. That'd be crazy. What would happen? Trilogy.
Well, we'd have a trilogy, but I don't want to see. Like, it does nothing for me. I don't dislike Marvin Vettori, but I'm not completely sold on him yet.
No?
No, like what's his best win? The last win?
Holland.
Yeah, it's like what? What?
Why didn't Darren Brunson get a title shot? He beat him first.
I think because Vittori was just ranked higher above him before that, before both those fights. But the Whitaker fight is what we wanted. We didn't get it because Rob had to go do quarantine and whatnot, and what timetables didn't work out. But it is what it is.
It's sad, but I don't know. Anyway, what is the best fight for you this weekend?
Dude, this card is stacked. I don't know how nasty this card was.
Clarissa Shields and Elkins is the fight I'm looking for the most.
I think Lima Amosov is the fight I'm looking forward to the most.
And Murphy Calderwood, which should be on the main
card. Mosvar Evilov versus Hakeem Dawodo. I'm not familiar with Evilov, but 14-0 and 12-1. That's got my attention. I'm excited for that fight as well.
All right. So if you want to take our bets, we're pretty opposite this week. Someone's getting upset.
Yeah, somebody's going to get destroyed next week.
All right. So is that everything this week?
Yeah, I think we can sign off now.
All right. Take her easy, guys.